What's good with y'all, bro? Let me pull up the chat. What's good, man? What's going on? Only like 1 or 2 minutes, then we're gonna get started. What's the deal, bro? What's good with y'all? Man, bro. I want to get started right now. I ain't gonna lie. This is recorded. So, how was y'all week? This is the first full week. This is a very interesting week, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like it was money to be made, but at the same time, it was a little ass. It was a little ass, but it was good. It just really depends on if you took the winning setups or you didn't, because it was winning trades and losing trades this week for sure. So, how was y'all week? I just want to know before we could get into these questions and breakdowns and stuff. 3%, okay. 3% blue week, good ass week, okay. It's been all right. On me, only made 0.5%, 1-on-1 demo, okay. Okay, so yeah, I only got like 3 major questions. Hopefully y'all brought some questions. Let me pull these questions up real quick. All right, so before I get started, the homework was basically supply and demand just to see how they look to get in aggressive. It basically was just to see when candles don't close into your zone. Those are the ideal setups to get in aggressive. That was the homework. Some people was like brand new to the group, so they was turning it like homework that didn't make any sense. So if you brand new, please catch up on the webinars. It's going to make sense. Just catch up. Just take a weekend. Literally take this weekend after today. Like even after this webinar, catch up on the older webinars tomorrow. Take like 2 hours and just catch up on the webinars, bro, because it's going to make sense. But yeah, that was the homework. Super simple, regular stuff that we trade every single week. But let's just get into these questions. After I get done with these 3 questions, then whatever y'all got, we just gonna go through it so we can get ready for next week. Oh, Monday is a bank holiday. I just found it out today. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm probably just gonna be trading GJ on Monday because it's literally a national holiday. But other than that, let me get into these questions. So Wednesday, it was an AU supply setup. And I kept saying that it was bullish. And everybody was like, oh, take the sell supply right there. And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's bullish. So I'm going to break down why I thought AU was bullish and it ended up being bullish because that supply setup never held. The second question was, can you break down that aggressive trade on NAS? I think it was that CPI news day. So we're going to break down that trade. And the third question was, can you go over how do I know if I'm counter trending on a 5-minute? So we're gonna go through those 3. And then after that, whatever y'all got, then we're just gonna wrap it up with that. So the AU trade on Wednesday. Mind you, I don't trade on Wednesdays, obviously. But I'm looking at the chat. I'm like, okay, like I'm seeing everybody about to take the setup. I'm just seeing like what y'all about to do. So I was going on 5-minute. I'm like, okay. When I saw it, I'm like, okay, we got a bearish breaker structure. Like that's key. We got a bearish breaker structure. Then I went to the 1 hour. I'm like, okay, just because the EMAs is lining up does not mean your trade is going to win. Like that literally happened to us on GU. Like we thought the trade was going to win and ended up being a loser. So I went to the 1 hour. When I went to the 1 hour, I'm like, okay, we're still bullish, but a correction is coming. Now, this is the thing. When it comes to corrections, we don't know when a correction is going to come. We literally don't know. So if I'm looking at the 1 hour, this is still an uptrend, period. So if I take any counter trend moves, even if it's a breakout structure on a 5-minute, this is not 100% going to play out just because it's a breakout structure. So when I was looking at the AU trade, I'm like, okay, this is a bearish breakout structure on the 5-minute, but the 1 hour is still bullish. We didn't break no big bearish breakout structure on the 1 hour. So I was going with the 1 hour automatically. I'm going with the 1 hour direction. So when I went to the 5-minute, yes, I saw that this was lining up perfectly. I'm going to draw this out real quick. Is this recorded? Hold on. Okay, make sure it's recorded. Okay, so yeah, I draw this out like everybody did. I'm like, okay, like this is obviously a supply zone, got aggressive selling. But when y'all entered that trade, and this is where y'all got in at, I'm like, okay, this could potentially be a loser. Let's fast forward. And it started dropping. Now, on the older webinars, I talk about where when a setup is running into another setup, you got to pay attention to that because it could potentially hold on that zone and reverse. So as soon as I saw that it was holding on this demand zone right here, and we was already bullish on the 1 hour, I'm like, okay, they could potentially either hold on this zone or they can hold on this one down here. But this one down here really didn't have a clear break of structure like this one, because these are both breaks of structure. Let me take this off. This is a bearish break of structure right here. Where's my, okay, there we go. This is a bearish break of structure right here, but this is also a bullish break of structure. So it's two structures being broken at the same time. But okay, if we see that, I'm going to go off of the 1 hour. I'm not going to go off of the 5 minute. So as soon as I saw that they tapped into this 5 minute demand zone, I'm like, okay, they could potentially hold on this zone. I fast forward, they never broke that zone after that. They literally start going up after that. So this is kind of like the reason why I didn't really like this supply setup on the 5 minute, is because the 1 hour was bullish the whole time. It was never bearish. They never broke any bearish breaks from structure. So at the end of the day, this is a probability game. This could have won. But me personally, I was going off the 1 hour bias. I was bullish the whole time. I was never going to take any sales. And then if I looked at the EMAs was kind of decent. Like if you would have got in for a sale right here, it was kind of decent. But at the end of the day, bro, I was going with the 1 hour direction the whole time. And you could have gotten aggressive because obviously there was no candles closing into the zone. Like this was 3 rejections and we got an EMA right in the front. You could have got in aggressive on this trade. But yeah, man, that's the real reason why I wouldn't have took this supply, just because the 1 hour was bullish the whole time and they held on this demand right there. So hopefully that wasn't no confusion on why people lost on Wednesday. It's still Wednesday at the end of the day. Like I'm still following my trading plan, but I'm looking in the chat. I'm like, okay, everybody's taking a sale. Okay, let me see what they see. And I'm like, nah, I'm bullish the whole time. If you was in the chat, you saw like I kept saying like I'm bullish. Like, but anyway, that's the trade. That's the AU trade that people kept asking me about. The second trade is NAS 100. Now, bro, this day right here, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like when y'all really get good with the system, y'all got to be able to manage our trades and understand if this is a good setup or if this is a bad setup. I really want to say that because this trade was not a good setup to enter off the break of the candle. 95 pips, no sir. I wouldn't even took it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, let me fast forward. So first of all, first things first, this is CPI news. We know news shakes up the entire market. That's number one. Number two, this is a counter trend move. I don't know if people understood that. One person caught on to that. They asked me that while we was taking the setup. It was like, you know, this counter trend. I'm like, yeah, this is a counter trend move. So CPI news, this is a counter trend move. This is already a high risk trade alone. Now, when I sent this out, I had my zone marked up just like this. Let me zoom in so everybody can see this. I zoomed in, and this is obviously aggressive selling. We got hella breaks of structure, but the overall trend doesn't mean it's just going to be bearish. But me personally, I saw aggressive selling. I'm like, okay, and we got a break of structure. I'm going to take this counter trend move, period. So as soon as it got into that zone, I waited for a rejection. I do not instantly just enter sale right there at my zone. I got to see some type of wick rejection that I get in. So it hit that zone. I got in around here. I did not get in right here. I got in like right here. Now, the break of the candle, that was the issue in this trade. The break of the candle just terrible. It literally sucked. Like, I'm like, damn, like, why did they give us this candle? So right here, this was your entry, literally right here. And in 2 candles, well, I want to say 3 candles, stop loss hit instantly. But this is the thing. You got to be like, before you take the trade, understand how many pips you about to risk. You're risking almost 96 pips. No, sir, bro. Like, people should have just ignored that signal. Like, hell no. If you didn't get aggressive, I wouldn't have got in at all. And I didn't even really make that much money because as soon as it started going up, because I got in right here, as soon as it started going up right here, I'm like, bro, I'm over it. And I just got out. But yeah, like, be very, like, when you take your setups, understand if the setup makes sense. Don't just take every setup just because it's there. Like, I don't do that. Just because, like, okay, say today I took a AU supply setup. That setup was low, but I was willing to risk that because the trend was strong. I talked about it last, I think I talked about this on a one-on-one session, but basically, like, when you under or above a certain EMA, that kind of shows you the strength of the trend. So if we under the 13 EMA and it's a supply setup right there up under the 13 EMA, we could be trending very hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I like the AU trade today. But this trade in particular, like, if you really didn't get in aggressive, this literally was just like a terrible setup to take just because your stop loss was almost 96, 97 pips. I've never even took a trade that was over. If I take a trade that's over 60 pips on NAS, I'm forcing it. I wouldn't even took this. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have took it. It's just too huge. Like, and it looked good in hindsight when we was taking it, but that stop loss, it was a no for me. But other than that, this was a counter trend move. This is a supply setup, and news shook up the entire market. And I think it consolidated literally right after. No clear trend at all. It's just going up and down. CPI literally ruined that day. I'm not gonna lie. That's really all I have on this trade. This trade looks super good for us, a counter trend move, just because news started a whole new break of structure, but it never worked out. So that was unfortunate. And the last question was, how do I know exactly when I'm counter trending on a 5-minute? You know, mainly this is what I use. Okay, I know that I'm counter trending is when I'm going towards the 200 EMA. The 5-minute can start a new trend, but at the end of the day, like the 1 hour is going to be the more dominant trend, but the 5-minute can start a whole new trend, but can be short-lived. So my main indication is going towards the 200 EMA. That is mainly the number one indicator that I am going counter trend on the 5-minute. It's super simple. Like I try to go, all my setups, I try to go away from the 200. I try to. It's not going to always be beautiful like that, but that's just what I do. I try to go away from the 200 EMA. At the end of the day, EMAs don't matter, but that kind of helps me have a certain bias. Like somebody took a UJ trade today and lost, and I'm like, why did you take that? First of all, we didn't have a break of structure. And for two, we're going towards the 200. And it started dropping. Like literally the 200 EMA was at the top, and he's taking a demand setup with no break of structure. It literally don't make any sense. And it just started dropping. I'm like, bro, why did you take that? Like the 200 kind of filter it out. We know setup is going to come, but how can you filter out trades that's going to lose? That's why I use the 200. That's about it. But let me make sure, because he asked like 2-3 questions within a question. Yeah, that was about it. That was kind of about it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I keep it super simple. I keep the same setups every single time, and I don't try to overcomplicate it. Like it's the same setups every single time. The EMAs I use is the 14 EMA, the 50 SMA, and the 200 EMA. Now, right now, I'm answering all questions. I'm gonna just start at the top, and we just gonna go through all the questions. Yeah, let's just do it. If you want to speak to, you can raise your hand and then I'll just get you on. But let me answer these questions real quick. Doyle, when price comes to your zone, let's say it goes deep into your demand zone and give you a candle break, are you entering? Mainly, I'm not gonna lie, like that's why I made it my homework. When the candle wick your zone and it start reacting very fast away from it, most of the time that's gonna be a winner. I'm not gonna lie. When they start closing in your zone, especially when they get into like, let's go to the AU trade. So say if we got a candle break up here, if we got a candle break up here, I don't really like it because we already at the top of the supply zone. Why can't I get a break underneath my zone or either at my zone, something like that? When candles start closing in your zone, that zone is not that strong. Doesn't mean it's not going to win, but you will know a zone is strong is when they react from it instantly and they start going away from it instantly. That's when you know a zone is very like got a high chance of winning. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, when candles close in my zone, I don't really like it like that. I would take them, but I don't like that. How do you know when the cut loss is short? Okay, please, bro, catch up on the webinars. I'll talk about like 4 webinars about cutting losses, bro. Please, bro. When it comes to stop loss placement, how far do you put it in? 1 to 2 pips above? But it's kind of like a estimate. I just gotta give it like like right here. I try to give it like just a little bit of room above the wick. I don't try to like, oh, I need 2 pips exactly, or I need 1 pip exactly. It's just above the wick. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna make it like all the way up here. It's just gonna be kind of hugging the wick, but just give it a little bit of room. It's kind of like a general area. I don't have like a set pip amount, like 1.5 pips above the wick. Like it's nah, bro. I just put it right above the zone. I'm not gonna lie, like right there. That's cool. It don't have to be perfect. You talking about 200 SMA or EMA? This is 200. The white one is a 200 EMA. Can you show the EMA setting, bro? Can you show us an example of NAS confluence with VIX? Okay, let's see if we can find one. Let's see if we can find one. Oh, did y'all? Oh, first of all. I missed some good setups. SPX had a dog ass setup. I think it was on Monday, and today, I think today, NAS had like a reversal type of demand setup right here. You could have took, but I'm gonna see if the VIX line up perfectly with this little bull run right here, and I'm gonna Let me see. What's today right there? What time is this? 9:40. Okay. 9:40. Well, this is terrible. This is terrible. Let me see. Because most of the time, the VIX and the NAS line up perfectly when there is a setup. But the VIX is not going to always have a setup lined up like that. Like you see how these are like huge gaps. Like it's not going to look beautiful, especially like if you compare that to Euro USD and DXY, those are going to look more like cleaner. The VIX is not clean at all. These are huge gaps that literally makes no sense at all. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so right here, let me see if it's a supply setup that's lining up perfectly with this VIX demand. What is this? 11:45 on Wednesday. Let's see. 11:45 on Wednesday. $11:45. I don't know. The timing got to be off, bro. Either I'm tripping or the timing is off. I'm not gonna lie, because this can't be almost 12 o'clock. Why is that even shaded in? I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a little weird. Let me see if I can find one. Because usually they have one that's like lined up perfectly with the supply setup or the demand setup, but it's super rare, bro. Like, let me see. Okay, we got a supply setup right here. This is perfect right here. Supply setup, that gap is super tiny. Yeah, that gap is super tiny, bro. Or is that even a gap? No, that is not a gap. It wicked it. Let's see. What the hell? Ooh, this is okay. Here go one. Let's see if we can find it on this one. Let me see. Okay, this is, what day is this? December 29th, Thursday. Okay. Now we about to find one. We can't find one. I don't know what the hell VIX on. December 29th on, what was that? Thursday. Okay. December 29th. We about to try to find one. Okay. December 29th on Thursday. Okay. 9:30. 9:30. What is this? 9:30. Okay, this is a perfect example right here. This is a perfect example right here. Now, obviously, this is the open, so I'm not going to take this. But this, when you see that they looking opposite and this touches the VIX, so this is touching the VIX supply zone, and this is touching, let me see. First two candle. Okay, it's a gap on all of these. It could be, this honestly could be a 15-minute one. I'm not going to lie. This could be a 15-minute one. Let me see. Because I'm not going to force it. Like sometimes, I don't know if people notice, like sometimes I will use the last two candles, but I'm not going to force it. So I'm going to see if this is a 15-minute one. Oh, it didn't touch any of these. Oh, that's tough. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't. No, I didn't touch that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we would have been mad as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I would have been pissed off. Hold on. I ain't trying to. Oh, no, it did. It did touch it. Okay, I'm tripping. It definitely touched it. Okay, so yeah, this is just the opposite. This is a 15-minute zone, and it never made it to the 5-minute zone. This would have been a 5-minute zone. But right here, though, as soon as you see that it's touching a supply zone on the VIX, NAS should have a demand setup. That's all that it is. It's just going to look like the opposite. That is the confluence that I would use, but obviously it's rare because this is just looking terrible. I'm not going to lie. Like this, like I don't really use the VIX like that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I really just don't use the VIX like that. Like I don't need to, but I glance at it to see if it's lining up with my setup. If it don't, I'm still going to take my setup. That's really about it on this this VIX and NAS confluence. I spent a lot of time on that. I ain't gonna lie. What is the difference between 50 SMA and a 50 EMA? I just mainly just use the 50 SMA. It just works well. It just works well. What determines how much you're going to risk on any given setup? Okay, so I use a fixed lot size, so I don't want to talk about my risk. Me personally, I would risk a little bit smaller to take more setups. So if you're funded, I would risk 0.5%. 3 times. Now you're risking 1.5% on each setup. But yeah, I don't want to just tell you, oh, risk 33 lots. Like, no, don't do that. Me personally, I would risk a little bit more on a setup that have Confluence on another time frame. But for the most part, I'm going to risk the same on a 5-minute every single time. I'm just not going to switch up my risk. So try to keep your risk management the same. Don't try to up your lot sizes if your account not getting bigger. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Can you give us a rationale for always taking? It's just me twin trading, bro. That's it. It's just me wanting to twin trade. I know a lot of people are like, well, why you enter 3 trades? It's just me twin trading. Okay. If I want to leave a runner, that's what I would do. That's it. It's nothing deep. It's nothing deep about it. Can you go over how you trade it when working? What you mean? What you mean? How did I trade it when I'm working? I was waking up in the morning like I'm doing with everybody in the group. I'm trading, and then I'll try to study a little bit before I go to work. Then when I come off work, I'm study a little bit, then do it again. That's really what I was doing. I mean, are you talking about like top-down analysis? Like, I don't really understand that question. Will you be checking the rest of the homework? I did. Do you pay more attention to the email in the 5-minute or the 1 hour? Both. I'm not gonna lie, both. Just this is the thing, because people gotta understand that this is a probability game. Just because we're above the 200 EMA on the 1 hour doesn't mean the market can't drop. And just because we are above, the 200 EMA is below us doesn't mean that the 5-minute is gonna just keep trending. Like, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta take your setups with confidence, even if Confluence is not in your favor. Like, it can still win. You gotta accept the risk before you get into the trade every single time. Like that, like literally that trade that I took today on AU, and the setup was low for sure. Everybody was like, it's low. I'm like, I was green, like, yeah, this setup is low. I took it anyway. I literally took it anyway, and it ended up winning. And it ended up going for like at least 1 or 3 before it started reversing. But it was a winner. Now, if I didn't take it, I wouldn't have made no money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be a risk taker in this. Like, you know, can you talk about discipline and accountability? I was the guy who blew my account yesterday. Okay, I don't know how long you've been trading, bro, but welcome to the club. Like, I blew accounts. It's part of trading, bro. You gonna bump your head, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel bad because you losing money. People be thinking like, I just woke up and just, oh, I'm just a great trader. No, I'm losing money at first. And I'm not on YouTube. I'm just losing money by myself going to work miserable. So it's just like, I gotta figure this shit out. So discipline, you gotta have discipline for one. If you don't have discipline, just stop trading. You got to stick to your trading plan. Whatever your trading plan, your rules, the setups that you take, the pairs you trade, stick with that consistently. Don't try to switch it up, especially if you're making money. Don't switch it up. How much rejection should we wait for before entering aggressive? But that's like a subjective question. How much of a rejection? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I know when you should exactly get in aggressive? As soon as I see a wick, like, I'm gonna find some setups. This setup right here perfectly. This is actually a good setup today. I don't know if y'all caught this. This is like after we trade, but the fact that this had hella structure right here and then broke, that looks so good. I'm like, damn, this looks so good on GU. Okay, so right here, am I gonna get in immediately as soon as it start wicking? No. I may wait until I start seeing the kind of flip green, and then I may get in. It's all subjective when it comes to getting aggressive. Yes, I would like to get in directly at the zone, but that's like kind of like predicting the market. I'm not going to try to predict the market. I'm going to wait reactions, candle breaks and reactions. Getting aggressive is still dangerous, but it's not okay, I needed to wick just 3 pips and then boom, I'm going to get in. No, like, it's all about just you seeing that it's going away from that zone. I can't just say an exact pip amount or this is how much you should look for to get in. Like, no, bro. But this is actually a good setup. So like, to answer that question, like, that's kind of hard to answer that question. Like, how much of rejection? Like, that's kind of tough to answer. You know, I threw an indicator that has your stuff. All EMAs. Is it okay to share the group? Yeah, this is an EMA. Yeah. Do you correlate DXY with indices? Not really. You know you have 2 charts showing at the same time on TradingView. Yeah, I guess. So getting aggressive is as soon as it moves away from the zone. Yes. I don't like. don't get me wrong, it's people that hit buy as soon as it hit the top of that zone. Like I know it's people that's in the group that just buy as soon as it hits the zone. You may get a sniper entry, but you also may lose instantly too. So what do you want to do? What I'm going to tell you is to wait for it to go a little bit away from the zone, then hop in. Not just, hit buy at the demand zone, hit sell at supply zone. You can do that, but I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you is to wait for it to go away from it just a little bit and then hop in. But your stop loss still have to go underneath the zone, period. It have to go underneath the zone. So the ideal setups is for your zone to be smaller when you get in aggressive. You know what I'm saying? If you got a zone that's super small, wait for it to go away from that zone just a little bit, hop in, stop loss right above that supply zone or right below that demand zone, and then you should be good. Like, you don't want your zone to be too small getting aggressive because you still got to put your stop loss underneath the zone or above the zone. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be strategic on which ones you want to get in aggressive and which ones you don't. When entering aggressive, do you wait for the candle to reject? Oh, I'll just answer that. Missed out on GJ sell because I thought CPI news candle tapped it, but didn't. Got a scratch out. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was sick, man. I was sick. I missed some moves this week. I'm not gonna lie. SPX demand that took off, but this trade right here, like everything lined up. The only thing I didn't like about this trade, because I saw people taking it, the only thing I really didn't like about this trade right here, which is crazy because the Wix is looking completely different. See what I'm saying? That's like, bro, y'all gotta be careful, bro. If for anybody that took this trade, this was a setup. It don't even look like a setup right here. That's how y'all know, like, these brokers, you can't trust brokers, okay? Like, this is just like something I'm just going sidetracked off of. This was a setup right here. But the fact that the Wix is being changed afterwards just tells you how rigged the market could be. This makes no sense right here. This is a setup. I remember this setup. People took this. They were catching 1 to 4s, 1 to 5. This was the entry right here. Literally, this is the entry right here. That these two wicks never tapped that zone. This actually had a gap. So, like, this just proves my point how rigged these brokers are. Like, literally, like, it literally makes no sense because this was a setup. But yeah, this was a setup that I saw and I just never took it. The only thing I didn't like about it is the structure. There really wasn't no structure like that. So you kind of were just taking a setup with no break or structure. That's why I really didn't like it like that. But this is CPI news for sure. This is kind of sad that they be manipulating wicks like that. It's just irritating. NAS had 2 days in a row where it gave a 5-minute demand, and later in the day it gave a 15-minute demand. Yeah, man, NAS has some good setups, bro. That AU demand trade on Monday, can you tell me why it is low probability? It's line up on Monday? Let me see. See on Monday. I see your hand, bro. I'm gonna let you speak, bro, real soon. I see your hand. Is it on Monday? AU demand at 920. Oh yeah, you got this is clear as day. A low probability. It hit though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you would put your demands on right here and had it just like that, it hit. But the gap though, I know you knew, bro. Like, you feel me? I know you knew, but there isn't no gap. We don't want them to wick the top of the zone and close back into the zone. We just need 1 candle, 2 candles blasting out of that zone, leaving a gap. The gap was right here. The gap is from right here to right there, but it's not directly in front of your zone. You need the gap to be directly in front of your zone. This is not directly in front of your zone. So there was no gap. They wicking the zone, even coming back into the zone, then come back. That's low probability. It can still hit though. Like, low probability stuff still hit, but people, even me, I like just the gap so I can just tap my zone, take the next candle break. But yeah, this is good though if you took it. But yeah, this is low probability, bro. Okay. I'm about to let bro speak. I don't want him to not speak. I'm gonna let you speak, bro.
So there, how are you?
What's going on, bro?
Sorry for my English. I'm French.
Oh, okay. You good, bro?
Okay, so I have three questions because I bought your course 4 or 5 days ago, and
You
I
said
learned.
You said 4 or 5 days ago.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been 2 years I'm on the market, so that was quite fast because I have the basics. But I have some question because multiple time frame analysis. I have some problem on the multiple time frame analysis. I watched the webinar and some of the courses, but it's not as clear as I want.
Okay. What exactly is not making sense?
When I do a multiple time frame analysis, I'm quite confused, you know. I will go to the 1 hour to find if I have a supply or demand. Try to go to the 50-minute and 5-minute to see if I have a supply or demand. If I
Okay,
don't,
okay, stop right there. Stop right there. You don't need to go to a 15-minute. What is your entry time frame?
the 5-minute time frame.
Okay, so when I do my top down analysis every single morning, I'm not checking the 15-minute like that. I'm really not. I just guys do 1 hour, wait for a 5-minute setup. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't try to overcomplicate. I need everything. I need 4-hour lineup, 1 hour, 15-minute. No, it's 1 hour trend direction, 5-minute setup. Okay. Now I will take a glance to see if my 5-minute setup is in conflict with my 15-minute setup, if there is even a 15-minute setup. But I'm not just going to just every single day go to the 15-minute chart. I will not do that. It's just 5-minute, 1 hour for me. So you don't really need the 15-minute like that unless you want to place entries on it, or if you want to only take 15-minute and 5-minute confluence type of trades. But you don't need it though. You don't. But go ahead though.
So there is still the supply and demand, because I do not know if you wait for the break of structure to consider a supply zone, or if you wait a big move to consider a supply or demand zone.
No, we're mainly taking trades with the break of structure. I can't even remember last time I took a supply and demand zone type of setup with no break of structure. It's been quite some time. The only way I would take a supply and demand setup with no break of structure if the trend is extremely strong. Other than that, I need a break of structure on all of my trades, bro. All of them.
Okay, so once a supply or demand zone is tapped, once it's over, you cannot take this. If the price came back to the supply or demand, you will not take the trade again, or?
I'm not really understanding that question. Can you send me a chart, bro, after this webinar? Just send me a chart, bro, and show me, and kind of like type in what you trying to ask me, bro.
For example, if you have a supply or demand zone and the price came back into that zone and you take that trade.
Yeah, if it got a break of structure, yeah.
Yeah, if it has a break of structure, you take that trade. You take the win. But if the price came back again in that zone, you will take it, or?
No, I mainly take it the first time it comes into the zone. I don't like reusing old supply and demand zones. I like it the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mainly you look at the 1 hour, the trend of the 1 hour. After you will switch to the 5-minute to see your setup.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, bro. All right. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna just get the people that's already raising their hand instead of me just speaking. I feel like that just help way more. I'm about to let you unmute it. You gotta, my man's got his whole here.
Hey, yo.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro?
What's good, bro?
How you doing, bro? How's your week?
My week was good, man. How you doing?
That's what's up, bro. I've been good, man.
That's what's up.
Hey, I got a super quick question. I'm like mainly focusing on high probability setups. Like, bro, even the low probability ones, like we've been eating. I'm not gonna lie, but what do you consider as like a? Because like I'll see a super clean zone, and there'll be like a one small little like candle inside that zone, and then I get like super iffy about whether I should consider it a low probability or a high probability.
No,
so like, what do you?
This is the thing, bro. High probability means we know exactly where they want to go, and we're gonna take the same candle break precisely. That's kind of the high probability setups is just us seeing the gap that has to get filled. It have to tap our zone completely, and it has to go away from it. That what makes a high probability. So, like, you feel what I'm saying? But what do you mean that? But go ahead.
Okay. So if you like, let's just say, if you go onto a chart, there'll be like a supply zone that is literally like one, like let's just say we're taking a supply and you see like one red candle and that's where you draw your supply zone. But then like right next, like to the right, it makes like a super small candle that like is inside that zone. Would you count that as a low probability or is it still high probability? Because it'll
You,
have a gap in it.
yeah, you
You
gotta
know
send
what I
me a
mean?
chart, bro. You
Oh,
gonna have
for
to
real?
send me a chart. Yeah, I'm not really understanding this. Just send me a chart, bro. All right, I'm about to unmute you, bro. And I want to get to the next person, bro. Okay. Okay. My fault. I'll mute you again. Okay, Brody. We'll get to Brody.
Hey, hey, D, what's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, good job on everything you're doing, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, I really don't have a question. I just want to confirm two or three things with you because I'm kind of new here.
Okay.
So I just want to verify if the way I'm thinking is just this. I mean, am I on board with the way you're doing stuff here, right?
Okay.
So the first thing I want to ask you is, so when we leave, when they leave a gap in supply or demand, does that mean that it's too many contracts right there that they cannot fill at that moment and they have to come back?
No, they're just getting more people into that move. That's really what's going on. When they take off, everybody don't get in on that first push. So when they come back, it gives them an idea of they're letting more investors or traders into that move to continue up. That's all that's going on.
Oh, so this is just too many contracts at the same time, then they have to come back and get some, right? Is the same thing?
Yeah, they just gotta they have to, when the market is buying, understand that investors want to get in at a more discounted price. So that's the whole point of them coming lower to go back up. So they're not gonna have investors start buying high because they're already scared. Like up right in this area, like investors are selling. They're like, okay, we're way too high. That's why the whole point of this small little bearish run. But when they come back into a certain zone that's getting filled, they're getting more people in to continue in that direction. That's what makes the gap. That what creates the gap.
All right, thank you. And then confirm one thing also. So when we do the liquidity grab, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what forces the break of structure.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. So what makes it have a break of structure?
When you see a certain area that's being held and they make a whole new low or a whole new high. That's a break of structure.
Yeah. So, but what forces that?
What do you mean? Like the market is just pushing past a certain point?
Yeah.
Like if the market is like, say right here, like hypothetically, the market is holding at this zone. If they break underneath that zone, they just made a whole new low. That is a break of structure right there.
Okay. So a break of structure confirms trend.
Yes.
Okay. That's all, man. Thanks a lot.
Yep, no problem, bro. All right. My boy Chris been waiting patiently. I see you, my boy. I see you. I think
Joel, appreciate you, brother.
what's going on, bro?
Thanks, man. Hey, a couple things. I purchased your course, I want to say 6 months ago, and I finally got back into it the last month. And I really took your advice about the 1 hour and the 5 minute, about how price bounces off. This might be beginner's luck, but I got like seven wins in a row. That's rare.
Wow.
It like what you said was correct. What I want to ask, I have a couple questions. So the support and resistance on the 1 hour, I understand that that's powerful. I don't draw anything on the 15 minute. Because your video talks about how supply and demand is a lot more powerful than support and resistance on the lower time frames. So I wanted to ask on a 15 minute, if I wanted to take like a buy sell, as long as the previous demand has not been broken, I hate to trade in the middle because I do see where the pop happens at the demand and the support and resistance. I wanted to ask, that was my first question. Trading in the middle can be a little dangerous, but is it safe? I mean, you can't really get 100%, but when I do decide to do the 15 minute, is it safe just to stick with the hey, if it's a good demand that's not been broken previously and it breaks a previous Supply?
Trade in the middle is definitely dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially when you got like hella gaps below or hella gaps above, and
Yeah.
you just like going towards a gap. It's definitely dangerous. But I wouldn't be afraid to take the setup. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be
Yeah.
afraid to take the setup. But what was your question about the 15-minute though?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The question is, with support and resistance, do you even draw support and resistance on 15?
I mainly don't. I'll be off
Yeah.
of supply and demand every single time. That's mainly what I'm using every single day.
Yeah, because the last 2 days I've been doing the strategy, like I'm less confused, and I just do it on the 1 hour, and then when the 5-minute lines up, it's been a winner like 90% of the time. So
Like you don't have to overcomplicate it. If you want to trace up support and resistance, just trace support and resistance. If you want to trace supply and demand, just trace supply and demand. When you mix them both, you may get confused if you're not used to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people like, okay, choose what's been working for you. Don't just, okay, he's talking about support and resistance here, but he's only doing that. It's because I'm making a lot of money off of supply and demand. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm not going to just overcomplicate the trading style. So yeah, like if you making money off of supply and demand and you don't need support and resistance, just stick with supply and demand. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that 1 hour support and resistance is my litmus test of basically, okay, that like is kind of almost, and then I look for the supply zones when going back down if the trend.
Mhm.
So that has worked really successfully. And I think the second part to that, where at what point is exhaustion? Because I was watching YouTube videos about, all right, the best supply demand zones, like 1 touch, 2 touch, like how many times, because it bounces off, it goes from demand maybe down to supply, it goes back to demand. Like, is there any hints or reading the markets where it's probably going to, or just candlesticks, got to wait till if it breaks through the demand zone or supply zone, that's a wrap.
Okay, so supply and demand, I want a fresh zone. I don't like it to come back to that zone to reuse. When it comes to like exhaustion at the zone, that's kind of subjective. We don't really know which candle is going to just rip and just go in our direction and just be a winner. Like we really just don't know like how many rejections is good enough to know that this is like a exhaustion zone at our area to take the buy or take the sell. So I wouldn't really like focus too much on like the exhaustion aspect of like supply and demand. Just take the setup as we go. That's really all I can really say on that. Like I just keep it super simple, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't try to overcomplicate this, So yeah. I really just don't. Like I don't really focus on exhaustion too much. Like I see my zone, break of structure, we're going with the trend. Okay, let's just take it and live with the results. Like I'm not gonna try to.
I mean, that's worked. That 1 minute, that 1 hour, 5 minute, I mean, has been money, but going with the trend. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem, bro. Okay. We got hella people raising their hand. Okay, we got Sam. Sam got something to say.
Hello?
Yo, what's going on?
You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Did you go over Wednesday's AU supply?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. So I'll just wait till the recording, I guess.
Okay. All right. Who else? Who is this? Sean. All right, you up, bro? What you got?
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me?
What's good, bro?
Yo, what's up, boss? Thank you for everything. My only question is, when you got a supplier demand, let's say you got a demand, you got that one down candle.
Mhm.
If the next candle goes up and wicks past it, do you still count that demand? I think I'll have to send you a chart, maybe.
Hold on. You said if the candle come into my demand zone.
No. So okay, let's look at AU on Monday.
On Monday? Okay.
At 750.
750. Okay. This is Monday. Okay. 750.
So you see that demand that we was talking about that got tapped into?
Oh, right here.
Oh, I got my chat in the way. Yeah.
talking
So
about-
you see that green candle, that up candle?
Yeah.
If that had wicked past that previous down candle, is that still a valid demand?
A valid demand.
Supply?
So if I'm looking at this right here, I did see a couple people do this. But no, I don't really like this setup. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is not really a clean setup to me. I'm gonna be real. I would like for this kind of right here to have a gap in front of it, but it don't. So this kind of like a low probability setup. Yeah, I don't really like this, bro. But what do you mean by like if it wick below? Or I'm not really understanding that.
So just how you see that, so you see that green candle, that up, you just drew that demand around it? That
This
one
one?
green candle that wicks past that red candle?
This one right here.
Yes, sir.
And what was the question again?
That's still a valid demand, correct?
Low probability, yeah.
Low probability, just, okay, cool. That's,
Low
and vice versa for supply, right?
Yep.
Copy. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right. My fault, y'all, on the questions. It's just I'd rather just hear people ask their questions. So yeah, let's just keep going, bro. So yeah, like overall, like I just want to just everybody that's on here, I keep my trading style super simple. Like I really just keep it super simple. I do the same thing every single week. Break a structure, let's go with the trend. Where's the EMAs? What do the 1 hours say? And I live with the results. Whether I win or lose, I'm doing the same thing every single time. I'm just a robot to the system. I don't care what anything else is going on. I keep it the same. Can you go over the NAS trade today? Okay, I think I just talked about it, but we can go over it. Let me pull this out the way. Man, CPI news ruined the whole market, bro. That's terrible, bro. Okay, so right here, this is a 3-step confluence trade. I don't know if people noticed, but this is a 3-step confluence trade right here. So we got liquidity grab right here. Right here, they grabbed these lows. This low went lower than these lows. Now let's look at structure because this is looking at like a downtrend, but they making whole new highs. So let me go to the line chart. Now this right here, this high and this high got broken with that push right here, with this push right here. Now, they're filling in gaps, but we still got gaps above. This is more like a reversal. Like this is like the break of structure to start a whole new trend. Like we're coming from a downtrend and now we're breaking structure to the upside and he left a gap right at the bottom. And that was literally a perfect setup to take. So right here, this is good. This is like a great setup. This is like perfect. So this push right here broke two highs right there, starting a whole new trend. You could have took the break right there. That's kind of like a crazy entry right there, but this is still a setup. This is a setup that I would want to get in aggressive, just like the homework where they didn't close in the zone, they wicked the zone. We want to get in aggressive on trades like this, especially when they start going away from it, especially. But yeah, this was just it. Like liquidity grab, breaking structure, going back up. We switching trends. So we're just filling in gaps from this drop. That really all NAS was for today. Let's go scroll down. Well, I got a lot of questions, man. How often do you use fibs? Don't use fibs at all. I may do like some live trading videos on YouTube because people be thinking like I gave away a strategy that was trash. People still coming to me like, bro, I'm using fibs making money. Like you can still trade fibs, like if you want to. Yeah, scroll down. Is it possible to properly trade supply and demand only trading one-on-ones? I mean, that's mainly what I'm doing. I don't really leave a lot of runners like that. A lot of runners are not successful. I want to say that again. A lot of runners are not successful because people be thinking like you're going to get a runner every single time, but it's not going to be successful all the time. It's not going to reach liquidity. It's not going to always fill in gaps. So that's the whole aspect of twin trading. But I feel like you can. People want to debate like, oh, you risk rewards is everything. I mean, hey, that's your trading style. I'm sticking to what's been working with me. So I feel like one-on-ones do work consistently if you are good with the system that you use. If you're not, then you got to be comfortable with trade management, managing the trade. It's not so much the strategy, it's how you are managing the trade when you using the strategy. You know what I'm saying? Can you show an example of the break of the candle? Yeah, okay. Right here, this is the break of the candle. I know this is a super beginner question. She knew, y'all. Just give her a chance, but she knew. When it breaks this wick, that is an entry. That's it. That wick, this green candle right here, as soon as they break that high, that is an entry. That just breaking a candle high. It don't even matter if this whole candle was fully green. As soon as this next candle broke that previous high, that's an entry. What candle do you base the zone off of? Well, the setups that I take is mainly the high probability ones with the gap. So I need a gap to have my zone, and I need to have a breaker structure. I know some new people in here, so it's like a super new beginning question. I promise you, if you new, if this is your first time on a webinar, I promise you, if you catch up on the webinar, you can be like, dog, I'll just ask them everything that's already in the webinars. I promise you. I promise you. Like literally. Okay. Okay, we got somebody else that want to ask a question. Oh, there's a lot of people. Okay. Let me see. Devontae, you up, bro? Let's see.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's going on?
So question, right?
Mhm.
That zone that you got, that demand candle right there.
Mhm.
So if it wicked below that box, you still count that as invalid, even though it never broke that low?
Yeah, it's invalid, bro. If like my zone got a hold. I'll be seeing people in the chat literally taking setups that's invalid. And I'll just be like, I don't say anything. I'll be like, that's they trading account. I'm not, hey, I can't trade for you. So if you want to do stuff like that, hey, that's on you. But if it touched the bottom of my zone, instantly invalid, I'm gonna delete the zone and look for something else. Period. Like it gotta hold. The zone have to hold. I would not take this wick to go up underneath this low and then start buying if it go up. No, bro. So yeah.
All right.
That was your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was a trade earlier this week that you took, and it just wicked out of the box, but I feel like it never broke that low or that high. So I felt like it was still invalid. It was still valid, and it was a valid trade.
You probably talking about that Nash trade that I got in aggressive. Let me see. Where is it at? Is it this one? What day is this? No, it's not Wednesday. It could have been at 2. Yeah, this one. This one. This is the, oh my goodness. Listen, man, this trade right here pissed me off. So yeah, you probably just talking about this one where it kind of went so deep into the zone, but it never really touched the bottom of the zone. I don't know if you're talking about this one, but
Nah,
it's not the one you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
I forgot which one it was, but it just went below the box. But because it didn't break the low entirely, I felt like the shit was still valid.
Yes, just send me the chart. Send me the chart to set up. All right, I'll just look at it.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, for sure. All right, let's go down. Zoom user. Well, it's like 2 Zoom users, but we're gonna go with the one right here. Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on? All right, so let me not waste no time. I know I'm new. I know you guys keep suggesting I'll catch up on the webinars, but I have, and I'm just still really struggling with being confident on my zone. So can you find a quick supply or demand zone and create one right now? I just want to see where you're basing it off of your, like what candle, how you looking at the gaps, etc.
Okay. All right. Okay. Find one for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, perfect. Lily, perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna do step by step. This is just a quick step by step. I'm that was your question, bro. Before I mute you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is just quick. This is just for the new people that's just like trying to get the hang of the system that we use. So first of all, step 1, we need a breaker structure. We need that. Now, if you don't understand structure, go to the line chart. Let me take these EMAs off. This is like the most perfect like example right here. And I'm just going to take this off so we can see the whole screen. So first things first, we need a breakup structure. If you don't understand structure yet, just go to the line chart. The line chart will not fail you, okay? We need a whole new high or a whole new low is what I mean by a breakup structure. We need a whole new high. So right here, we got a breakup structure clearly. We breaking highs, even breaking these highs over here. That's step 1. Step 2, me personally, I mainly trade the supply and demand zones that have the gap directly in front of my zone. Oh shit, that's directly in front of my zone. So let me take this off. So if I'm looking at this demand zone right here, I'm gonna draw it right here on this zone because this was the first push before they broke structure. Like this candle right here made a whole new high. And when they left that zone, they left the gap. The gap on this zone is the top of that red candle to right there. The only way you're going to spot gaps is looking at the body of the candle to the right-hand side of price because the market has to balance itself out. So right there, that's the gap. So we got a breaker structure and we got a sub that have a gap. So we know exactly where we want to go and we're trying to go with this new trend on the 5-minute, okay? Now let's fast forward. When this candle came all the way down, they completely filled in the gap. But this is a demand zone, but we know exactly that they're ready to reverse and go up. So that's why we wait for either aggressive entry or the break of the candle entry. So right here, no gap. And then, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, now it's completely filled. We take the next candle break. That is your entry right there. There's your entry, Lily, right here. Break the candle, stop loss, go underneath the lowest point in the demand. First target is a 1-to-1, and then we leave a potential runner. That is it. That is essentially the setups that I'm taking every single day. Let me get back on the video. That is the setup that I'm taking every single day. Every day. Even Monday, if I don't see none on GJ, listen, Tuesday, it's going to be the same setup. It's just going to be different variations of it. But that is the idea. We need a gap directly in front of the zone. Directly in front of it. This cannot happen. Let me draw like a little illustration. This candle right here cannot wick the top of the box. This candle right here cannot wick that, especially if your entry is over here. That makes it low probability because they didn't leave a gap. They already came back into it, got the other people in, and then continued up. No, that makes a low probability. If this candle wicked the top of that box, low probability. This red candle came all the way down, low probability. If you are entering over here, okay? Just wanted to show like a quick little brief illustration for the new people. Okay. Okay, let's get bro on right here. I might go over a little bit because there's a lot of questions. I know it's a lot of people a little confused. So I might go over just a little bit today.
Hi, man.
Yo, what's going on?
I'm good, bro. Thank you. So I was going to ask you about the NAS demand, a trade that I took yesterday. It was a loss. I just want to know if it was valid or not. It seemed valid to me, but decided to ask you.
Okay. At what time did you take it?
So it was yesterday, NAS. My time is UTC +2, and it was 16:15. I don't know what time it would be for you.
Do you see the setup right here? Do you see it?
Yeah, just a second. So you see after the news, this push up, strong push up right there. Yeah, exactly. That was the demand
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was looking at.
Yeah.
And I was taking exactly, and I was taking the first rejection candle, the break of the first rejection candle.
This
on
is a
that.
loss, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, like, I know you're looking for like explanation, but like this is just a straight up loss. Like, cause I know I would have took this and lost too, because this looks super clean. You got a breakout structure. The overall trend was bullish, and it just didn't work out. Like,
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's just like, damn, because I took the counter trend move, lost, and then I took the if you would have took that, you would have lost. This is just a perfect example of the market not trending. Like, we're literally just going up and down. And then we had CPI news that day. This was just a terrible day to trade. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Nothing worked out.
Yeah. Still good.
I don't know, like, for everybody that's on here, when you lose a trade, some trades is going to have an explanation on why they lose, and some just not going to have no explanation at all. You just got to just take the loss and take your next setup. I hope people understand that, because even me, when I lose a trade, I'm trying to figure out why I lost. But then if I really like follow all my rules and everything lined up and I still lost, nothing I can do. I gotta go move on. That's it. I ain't gonna lie. This is a trade I would have took though. I'm not gonna lie. I would have took this.
That's good for me. It's okay. So
Yeah, for sure. Just, bro, it's coming to territory. You're gonna lose, bro. Like, you have no control over that. You feel me?
yeah.
This is a good setup though. Like, this is a great
Okay.
setup, for sure.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. All right. Let's just answer this. Let me scroll down. Scroll down. Did you see my question? I'm getting a million questions right now. Low probability. Yeah, LP is low probability. Scroll down. There's a whole chat going on. Bloomberg analysis. Oh, y'all just chatting. Okay, so all right. So I just want to say this before I get off or anything like that. The system, like some people is gonna have good weeks, some people gonna have bad weeks, and you train the same trading style. Okay, that's number one. You gotta understand that a person in the chat may have a better week than you, or you may have a better week than somebody else. It's all a probability game. It's all a numbers game. We don't know what's going to happen. I hate when people be acting like they know what's going to happen in the outcome of a trade. Like I could have lost today, but I won. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be okay with taking your trades, accepting the risk, and just going for it. Like don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to, you know what I'm saying? Like just, you're not going to win every single trade. I promise you, you won't. Last year, I think I went on my losing streak in January. I'm not gonna lie. I think I lost 6 trades in January, lost $5,000. Like it was a rough week. Like it was just tough, but I bounced back after that though. Somebody asks me that every week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same stuff. Any last questions though? Before I go off this. Let's hold on let me go to the news. So next week there is it's a holiday. Monday is a holiday. It's a bank holiday. I will not be trading anything but GJ if I decide to trade on Monday. Other than that, it's a regular week. Tuesday, we back at it, regular week. We got news at 8:30 Wednesday. Ooh, y'all can definitely keep Wednesday. Yeah, y'all got Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, no news. So really just bank holiday on Monday and then a little news on Tuesday. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. Thursday, Friday, nothing. They don't even have the indicator no more for the patty trade sessions. It don't even exist no more. So you can't even get it. You feel me? Do you think using Fibonacci with extra confluence is valid? Some people use, let me go back to the chart. Some people use the supply and demand like strategy that we use with fibs. I'm not telling you to do that, but if that's what you want to do, then you can do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I really just don't need to do that. Just answer this for us. Do you smoke before you trade? Why would I wake up and smoke? Like, come on, bro. Why don't I just wake up and just like, good morning? No, bro. Why would I do that? Do you use divergence as an extra confluence if there is no, I don't use divergence. I would not. Yeah, that was, bro, that question was wild, bro. Is there a webinar on what indicators you use? This is it. This is it. The 13 EMA, 50 SMA, 200 EMA, and the open, high, low, and close. That's it. All right, man. What about the rest of the homework? What do you mean the rest of the homework? Did I not check the homework? Like, I'm for real. Like, did I not check the homework? I thought I checked the homework. Only half. Okay, I'll check the homework after. I thought I checked all the homework. Oh no, it's over with. And what the, bro? I swear I didn't see any of this homework. Where did this homework come from? Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how I didn't see that. Yeah, I'll check the homework after this. I did not see this homework. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I checked the homework. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it after the webinar. But yeah, any last questions though? I thought I checked the homework, but I didn't. I'm gonna get this. DM me in the Discord is. I'm gonna get to it. I thought I checked the homework. I swear I thought I did. Any update on the meet and greet? So not right now. But everybody that's in the Discord, the deadline to even want to go is March 1st. We're still in January. Okay, like once I get the head count, then I'm gonna start calling people, getting, try to get like a. I don't know if I'm gonna do like an auditorium. I might just like get like a room. It just really depends on how many people is coming. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't want to get a super small room and we got over 100, 200 people coming. Like, I need an auditorium. I need something that's like huge. So it just really depends on how many people come. But either way it go, I'm gonna give updates. People gonna get dates. People gonna understand when they need to book their flights and all that stuff like that. But just right now, just hang tight. It's still January. Like the meet and greet's in June 24th, June 25th. I promise you. That is the date. That's the guaranteed date, June 24th, June 25th, that weekend. So you put that on your calendar if you want to come out to Miami and hang out with some traders. Other than that, that's just the update for right now. Just for right now. It's going to be updates for sure. How many trades do you take per day? One and two? One or two? This week, actually, I took like 3 setups, which I normally don't do, but this is just like a different week. This kind of me getting back in the rhythm of things. Like even me, like me taking that break from like trading and YouTube and stuff like that. Like I felt like I was a little rusty this week, not gonna lie. But like as we keep going on with the weeks coming, like it's just gonna be back to normal. So yeah, 1 or 2 setups. 1 or 2 setups. How long should I be on demo? That really depends on how long you've been trading. Because if you've been on demo for too long, no, I wouldn't recommend it. Me personally, I'd probably say maybe like a month or 2, just to see if you got a strategy that works. Like the demo is just to see if you can catch the strategy. Like, can you use the strategy effectively? But at the end of the day, like you can double and triple demo account, obviously by over leveraging, but we don't want to do that. You need to double accounts and grow accounts on a live account. So that's what I would recommend, like a small live account over a demo, but it's really up to you. Is the meet and greet a week or 2? No, it's only for 2 days. The first day, we're gonna just have an in-person class. Everybody's gonna meet each other. We're gonna chop it up. And then the second day, we're gonna go out to eat and just, just have a good time, just vibe, network, you know what I'm saying? There's people in here that's doing stuff too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is a networking opportunity too for people that want to meet other traders and do business with other people. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just about, oh, let's link up with Doyle. No, this is like a community of people that's trading, that's doing shit, that's on shit, So, yeah, man, that's kind of all I got on this week's webinar. A lot of people wanted me to just break down that AU trade on Wednesday and that Nash trade that was a loser that had a 95 pip stop loss, which was absolutely insane. Understand, like, when I send out the trades during the week, you have to make the decision whether you want to get in aggressive or you want to get in the break of the candle. I get this question every single day. Are we getting in aggressive? Please, please, bro, please, like we're traders. Like, I don't want to tell people what to do. I'm just giving people ideas on what I'm about to do. I don't want to be like, okay, let's sell. Everybody sell. Like, no, please. I be trying to be cool in the chat. I be like, dog, I get this question every day. Like, come on. Like, we're trying to be independent. Like, the goal is to catch your own setups. Like, that's the goal. That's the end goal of all of this, to catch your own setups. Like, it's not about, oh, well, let's wait on Doyle. Don't wait on me. I'm not trading for you. Hey, I can't make your account go blue. I can't pass your funding, your funding challenge. I mean, your FTMO. I can't pass that for you. Like, you have to do it on your own. Like, this is not like Wednesdays. We're really out here now, and that's what I like about Wednesdays. I'm glad Bia just said that. Wednesdays, I really be paying attention to what's going on in the chat. I'm like, whoa, who really doing shit in the chat? That's why I'll just watching. Like, okay, let's see what's going on, because like, I don't know. I just want to see people prosper independently. That's the goal. That's the goal. People to prosper independently and get payouts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me go back before I get off this one last time. Monday is a bank holiday. Okay. The only thing I'm looking at is GJ on Monday. If there is no setup on GJ, I'm closing the charts and I'm showing up Tuesday. That is it. Yeah, that's really about it, man. Next week, take your same setup that you've been taking this week. If you had a bad week this week and you miss out on the same setups next week, that's your fault. Because people be like, well, should I switch the strategy? Bro, you're not going to have a winning week every single week. I promise you won't. But if you stay consistent on the setups that you take, stay consistent on the risk that you use every single day, you should be making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be, but at the end of the day, man, it's all up to you. Nothing's guaranteed in this trading game. You got to make it work. You have to. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Monday, GJ only. If you trading on MLK Day, hey, that's on you. Me personally, I'm not doing that. Bank holidays just don't work for me. So yeah, next week, homework on Tuesday, webinar on Friday again. Same setups. It's gonna be the same setups I talked about today. Literally the same setups. If you're brand new, I'm gonna say it for the 1,000th time. Catch up on the webinars this weekend. Just take some time out. Don't go out tonight. Don't go out. Stay your ass at the crib and watch these webinars. Take notes on the important stuff and apply it. Don't just take notes and not apply it. Just apply it. Okay. I don't know if anybody use any simulators, but I recommend some simulators. I think it's a simulator called what's the name of it? I'm gonna try to find it, but it's definitely a simulator that y'all can use if y'all want to just like just to forward test the strategy, so y'all can like get better at catching it live, because back testing is an illusion. Like, you got to understand that you know the outcome of the strategy, you know the outcome, so you need to forward test. You need to see the setup happening and then catch it and get more confidence. Back testing, we know what's going to happen. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of the simulator. I used to use it when I was trading fifths. I used to use it. I'm gonna try to find it this weekend. I'm gonna try to find it. But yeah, man, y'all have a good weekend. Put some work in. Nope, it's not Soft FX. It's not Soft FX. It's something else. And it's completely free. You can literally just go in there, sign up, and just like start back like forward testing. And they got like hella data from like 2010, like 2005. Like, it's a lot of data and it's free. I just gotta find it. I have to find it. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, man, y'all have a good weekend, man. Put some work in, bro. I'm definitely gonna put some work in because I feel like I was a little rusty this week. I'm gonna be real with everybody on here. I feel like I was a little rusty. Like, I had a decent week, but it's still like I need to put some work in. So I'm gonna be putting work in. So you need to be putting some work in too. So yeah, man, y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all Monday. Hopefully GJ does some good setup, man. But yeah, see y'all, bro. I'm going.